What's up, guys? Hello and welcome back to more Victoria 3 as the French Republic. We've got probably our last major war that we'll be able to fight. The reason for that being is that we've got all the other two major powers involved are actually present and ready to fight with us. One of them being Russia might slink into major power territory. Wow. Yeah, they've been passed by Brazil and Mexico. That's pretty massive, honestly, all things considered. Let's read convoys here. I don't want them to be able to push out our one Africa colony. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to defend our coast here. Got a lot of guys advancing. We're just gonna wear down the United States. We don't need to actually take anything from them. Yeah. This is going to be a long slog of a war, which is why I think it'll probably be the last one we actually manage in this episode. In this campaign, I should say. And then the last little bit will be us cleaning up these German nations so we have a united Europe, plus the Ionian Islands. Are there any other small island nations here? Egypt owns this one. Maybe I need to annex Egypt and Tripoli so I have like a clean border here. Who knows? Multiculturalism will let us pass the Algerian department. That'd be pretty cool. Be pretty cool. Our military is capped. We've got 6 months in propaganda. Maybe we probably... Let's push battleship tech after this little spurt of things. Let's also drop macroeconomics. We don't need that. Really don't need analytics department here. Let's drop mass surveillance. Let's push to finish out our military. Now that we've seen that the U.S. actually does have flotillas to compete with us. They're not as strong, but they're pretty close. We're at 2,000. We've surpassed them now with our carrier fleet. That definitely does not help my feelings, Sierra Leone. Not to help me at all. Yes. We lost some success chance, that's fine. Let's pull off one of these guys to come down and handle these giant front down here. They've all changed to defending. Maybe let's try attacking and see how that works. We'll have some guys be defending, and the others will attack. How's this progressing? Here we go. Yeah, we'll let this kind of churn through. We just got to damage the United States enough to have them want to not be in the war. We don't actually need to win off them. Plus, they'll probably rack up some war debt, right? Let's see how much debt they had. That's unfortunate. Give me some influence. Yeah, I think they had a lot of debt there. You go. Now we've learned. They had quite a bit of debt. All right, naval invasion time. Joke. Let's get Martine assigned over here. All right, we'll save Remy and Francois to go down here and cause some ruckus. Let's just get Francois over here. Clean that up. Alright, any oil we can build. Australian capitalist revolt wants to get uppity. Hey, Remy. Win that out, please. Win that fight. It's a good chunk taken. I want all of this. Get rid of our goals. These provinces here. Oil and Mosul. Sierra Leone. Rush. Oh wow, our bureaucracy has gone down. Do we need to actually build any government administrations? Let's build 10 there, 10 there, 10 there. These don't need 10, they just can build one of these. Okay. That'll fix our bureaucratic shortfalls, our unrealized taxes and all that. Can I get this before they get there? Oh, they just arrived, just in time. Alright, the east side is going to just pass really harsh here. It's going to take ages to actually conquer anything because it's Siberia, but progress is progress. What's the next rule? It's in Australia? Yeah, it's in Australia. 97 there. Let's go ahead and pull back one of our armies here. 19 here. Get Remy down there too. Down under. I really wish they colonized Hokkaido. That's the last place to be colonized, is fucking Hokkaido. In this tiny part of Zululand. South Africa doesn't want to do anything. Right, there's communist Sierra Leone. Go ahead and get to this front, please. Kind of push this. And then you guys just kind of sit and chill. Panama Canal is going to be built soon. That'll be good for us. Is that the only canal? We've got the Suez, we got the Panama. We didn't do the Holstein Canal. Oh, it already exists. Okay. Pull you off and push it here. You can push this front. Pull someone else off here. Push that front, please. That should be a start of a quick fall here. We own 83% of the war goal. They are not getting Venice nor Rome. Like, we'll keep it at 10%. I want to go to like 15%, but it only does increment to 10, which, you know, considering the most recent Paradox games, they've all started doing like increments of 10 for their like sound settings. I hate that. Let me do 15. Give me a full slider. Don't do it in like levels, right? Because sometimes like 12% is the perfect amount. And then like, you know, 20% is too loud, 10% is too quiet. You want to do like 12. That's the hill I'm going to die on today. It's just that I hate that feature. Army arrived here. We just arrived. Okay. There goes Finland. They're going to fall. Connect all of our fronts into one massive front, which is going to make our conquest so much slower. Goes the Finns. Honestly, the Finns are the toughest guys to fight in the entire game. Don't know what it is about them, but those Finns, man. Warrior society. Ways up like the Spartans could never compare. We've done it. We beat the fucking final boss. Send one person down here to... Send two people down here to clean up this... But the rest of this should be easy. Alright, Russia. Get on out of there. Your east has been... There's a giant chunk of your east taken out. Who is Manchuria part of? Oh, you're part of... Okay. So they did get involved in China. Wow, that's... They actually took advantage of what I did by destroying the Ming. Or the Qing. Alright, looks like this will probably push Russia below major power. Because they're... Yeah, there they go. They're getting pushed down. Now fallen... Okay, there they go. They're out. This war shall be over. Peace in our time, and we are going to incorporate all these states. And we'll reset their production. These 20 years. They're 5 years. Wow. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. Can I do... Oh, God, this war. Nice. Nice. So Tver... So we're about to get to the point where they're not going to have a western port. Right? Because they only have the Caspian Sea, and then now they have the eastern. This is all frozen, so like it's not like an actual warm water port. In fact, they don't have a warm water port already. Good. Done quite a good job. Alright, we're gonna naval invade this. I don't have the patience to deal with this. Yes. I think I must have pulled some guys off this front here. Alright, just make sure we have superior numbers here. Alright, that'll put a close to that once the naval invasion is done. In a fucking third of a year. Oh! Man, it's a slog. The name! The name, I say! If I take... Okay. Just thinking in terms of getting my name to be the biggest, right? That's the real reward for this, is having your name be large. If I look at our market... Yeah, that's what our name would look like if we... Okay, I'm going to kill these guys to see, because we're going to have to look at the market to see our real payoff here, seeing everything in the same market. Like French market. I want to see it span the fucking sea. Which means, I guess, Brunswick needs to go away. How's GB doing? Where are you? You still have a really high GDP. King Alexander Keppel. What is the last name of the British royal family? In like the modern day, right? Because like you never think about it. You always go by the first name. What is the last name of the British royal family? Is it still De Orange? I don't know. Please succeed through this. I just want to be done with multiculturalism. Let it pass. Let it be so. East Karelia is building. Why do we need all these fucking ports? Why did Russia say, let's build ports? Anywhere need government administrations? Yeah. Need taxes both there. Alright, we are churning along. Holy front lines. There we go. Okay, can I attack someone that you have a truce with? If I attack Afghanistan, make puppet. Can I reach them before I do this? I can't. How much do I care about cleaning up these borders? Here's what we do. We'll end strong here. Do this. Assign more troops to these front lines. And then our second war goal, we conquer Tver. Oh, there's so many. Tver. We want Arkhangelsk. Gelsk. We want Galich. Do Kazan. It's Kazan. And we have Saratov. All right, there we go. There we go. That's all good, and I'm happy with that. All right, let's take a look and see who else needs to get assigned to different things. Everyone else who's free, we need to save some in case the U.S. decides to get uppity and join. They won't stay for long, I know that for a fact. The reason for that, of course, being that they have literally zero money. They should still be in incredible debt, so we shouldn't have to worry about them at all. All right. Let's go. Also, my headphones have died, so now I'm going to be recording this without game sound for myself, but you guys will still have it on the actual recording, so I hope. If that's not the case, then I'm going to be pissed. All right, this is going strong. Multiculturalism's going good. Infertile grounds. I'm not gonna have sound indicators of any events popping, so I'm gonna have to just be careful here with ignoring things. Okie dokie, we're building our government illustrations. So we're starting to hit the point where we need a lot more expand. We're gonna need a lot more electricity, I should say. They might actually capitulate. Utah has found some oil. Let's see if the U.S. gets involved. Actually, the U.S. is... Oh, no, they're still there. They're just... Flag is different, because it's literally like the USSR flag. It's the United States flag. But their color is still blue. Also, we got multiculturalism. Awesome. Our economy has suffered. Oh, because now I have to actually pay welfare for more pops, maybe? Alright, the new Colossus. Teeming shores for migration attraction. Well, we will want that migration attraction. Permanent migration attraction. It's the same. We only... That would have been great to have, like, 40 years ago. But But about how much should we save from this? Okay. Okay, we need to fix our economy. Here, we'll cut this up, and we're going to cut back on the liquor tax. Yeah, that's what we'll do. That is what we shall do. Any costs that accrues is fine. We're still just on the base level of government here. Yeah, that bumps us into contested government, but that's fine. Still is fine. We're at 300. Half our population is loyalists, so we're not really suffering too much here. Let's double check, make sure no one got involved. Good. Okay, we'll assign the rest of our armies to the Russian border. I think I'll do some naval invasions here with these crazy amount of conflicts we have. I wish I like I do like the feature that once you do a naval invasion, you start actually escorting convoys to that region. I like that. I don't like how I have to now remember. I have to put effort into fixing our boats. We are not going to have pipeline in Mosul. I don't need to have permanent expenses for something I can do with a single railway. Not when our throughput is as huge as it is. So this will definitely be our last major war. Yeah, we'll get control over this region. This little. We'll be spitting distance from the Urals. So not all the way there, but just enough to where you can like do like a nice like day trip. I guess it's Russia, so nothing's a nice day trip. Here's Jock. We'll take another guy and do another invasion. Let's grab Edward. Then Chukocha. Let's do Octave. And that should be good. Everyone else will sign on the Western Front since Russia's going to take way longer than China to capitulate. What are actual naval invasions I can do here? Let's take a naval invasion in the north. There's one we could do an anchor shoot. Let's take that guy. Alright, now we just write it out and sit and wait. Please. Visible tooltips. Okay, that's going well. Looks like we could actually recruit more generals in that Russian region. Yeah, same with the Balkans. We're not going to create generals. I think we could just write out our current pop. I don't need to micro anymore. It's just crazy to me how hard it is to clean up this space, right? Like, we've been sitting here, and every time I can, I try to go to war with one of these guys, but it just takes so much time. It's absurd. Like, I could have puppeted this entire region. All of these big nations I could have puppeted just for the same effort it takes to integrate these regions. Speaking of effort, I hate Oyo. Absolutely despise this country. Never puppeting again. Oh. It might be fun to do a, shit. That sucks. Okay. Might be fun to do a game where you don't take any puppets, you only, like, directly annex. The only downside to that is you'd have to micro all of those, all your provinces. Which just sucks when you're small, but when you're, like, large like us, micro is just a, It's not true. There's no actual micro. It's all a figment of your imagination. Good. One guy off here. Yeah, go sit on this front line, please. And that should be an easy China. It's discovered over here. Funny thing is, I think once these armies... Okay, there goes Qing. I will improve with you, because there's no way I'm going to annex that country in the time we have left. Bam, look how beautiful that is. I could vassalize these guys to have more of a front line with Russia. But I honestly don't think we're going to have time to fight them again. Now, there's definitely pluses to just starting as a massive nation for the sake of the more states you have, the less states you have to conquest in like a world conquest. That's where like the United States was easier than France. The US sucks though because you don't have like a permanent battalion. You have to like micro the raising of conscripts based on how many you need for the fight, and it's just not the same as what we're doing here. It's a different kind of tedious. Okay. I will say that now that I don't have game sounds while my headset charges, I do talk more. Because it's just, I'm worried about silence. Maybe I should just go in deaf and blind to every recording. Oh, Bennett, that's a new one. Oh wow, these guys didn't do anything. Well, it'd be kind of overkill to send these. Well, fuck it. Who cares about overkill? Theoretically, if this was real life, the sight of 100,000 French troops responding to your small military revolt, it'd have an effect, right? Like a psychological effect. Like you'd use overwhelming force. But the game doesn't work on that kind of a common sense logic. Which, you know, you can't blame the way they programmed it into the game. Well, no, you could. You could use, like, strength of military might to, like, consider those rebellions. But I guess they do that. Well, no, it's not. It's just my subject. I'm just getting... They wouldn't do it calculated against your overlord. I almost wish there were events where I could be like, okay, subjects, have any revolts that you want. As long as the guy who's out there at the end still swears fealty to me. Right, so as long as you take your lumps, right? I don't care what happens. That's my personal philosophy on the topic of warmongering. We're just going to kind of sit here. I'm not going to build anything else. It's not worth my time to build in the last couple of years. I mean, we could do it, but like our economy's great. We're at 2.9 billion. The second biggest GDP is the US at 2.8. We've 10x'd them. We've 10x'd our third highest is our subject, right? Russia's going to fall all the way from great power to minor power. Yeah, I could puppet Russia next time we get a fight against them. In fact, I'll probably do that. Yeah, we're going to fight Afghanistan, and we're going to puppet Russia as part of that Afghanistan fight. That's my new thing I've said. I have decreed, I will have it done, and then it's just the United States who we can't really do anything to break apart in the 7 years we have left in the game. Here goes Oyo. How's Russia doing? You done yet? Do we not have... Oh, we don't have a pressure out here. We do, if this wins. Yeah, that should be 100%, right? 80%. We need... Kazan. Well... I don't know what to really... Yeah, I guess we just wait. What's your current capital? Capital state? It's Kazan? Oh. We're about to push their capital across the Caucasus. I guess they'll maybe do like Perm. This is the Russian region, right? Like we're looking at strategic regions. Yeah, this is still Russia. Actually, they'll now be... We'll have taken all of Russia. Yeah, all of Russia will be kicked out now. Front opened up here. Let's just take like Isidore, Sinai Perm front, and Here. Spinning. That'll be handled easily. Please tell me you're going to tick down. You're 25% occupied. Oh no. We actually need this front over here to actually do well. I'm going to go ahead and minimize our interest groups. We don't need those anymore. Same with our market. We're just going to chill out and ride out the rest of the game. March west. We'll meet at the Urals, most likely. Oh, jeez. I set us... Here's what we're going to do. We're going to set a strategic objective. Yeah, I think that actually... Okay, I should have been doing that the whole damn game. Telling it where to go in this theater. Yeah, now with that one push, yeah, they're going to surrender. Awesome. Cool, we've taken Russia. Let's incorporate these states. This will be the last states we can actually incorporate. Everything else is just going to be fun subjects here. Nice. So now I think we do a war against one of their defensive packs. Oh, he dropped it. He's alliance with Afghanistan. So we fight Afghanistan, make them a puppet Russia also. And then just write it out, right? Like we have China as a puppet. We're improving relations with them. We'll have a border here. This could go really well for us. We might be able to actually get all of Asia. Also, huzzah, we have French Algeria. Decades of hard labor has borne fruit, where farmers and slaves once toiled under the boots of Oriental despots. The illuminating torch of French civilization has revealed a new land, our land. There's a song here that I'm not even going to try to sing. Let's just assimilate them. We're going to have 6 or 7 years of really great assimilation. Also, we should drop these ports. We do not need ports. We'll do the government administrations, though. That's fine. Those will all fix themselves. Yeah, it should be fine. We really want Council Republic, too. Is it time to do this? We have 90% support. Kind of crazy. It's not time to do it, though. Who's in our government? Is that why do we have so much high support for this? Well, that makes sense. What does this stand for? Oh, we've kicked out the guillotine party. There goes the Finns. The Wad should fall fast. Same with... Okay. Alright, we're good on all fronts here. So we're gonna have to, like... attack Afghanistan. It's gonna be interesting here. Wad. Here comes... Okay. Here's Benin. Alright, we attack Afghanistan, puppet them. Persia, Punjab. Great. This is actually really good. Alright, we want to puppet Russia. No, we want to dominion Russia. There's a difference. We dominion Russia. We're going to... do you have puppets of your own? No. We puppet Persia. And we're going to puppet Punjab. It's actually going to come together really nicely at the end here. If all of this pays off, and if they don't capitulate, this is going to come together really well. Okay, we can't go to that front. The only downside is I need to know where their new capital is. Just have people in place in each region here. Should just roll through most of this. 4 puppets will be my puppets. The only downside is if someone else gets involved. We're gonna have like Manifest Destiny, but in Europe after this. Especially since with Russia as a puppet, we could annex them in one go and just take all this. All right, so U.S. is the only other great power. Our syndicalist friends over here are 63% industrialist control. Oosh. Osha. Ron, normally I'd be really happy to have you in here, but boy does not have the points to take you. Wish it did. Alright, we can't do anything about this front line. What's their war goals? They just want war reps? That's not gonna... It's desperately not gonna happen. Especially since Russia's gonna put a lot of people on these fronts. What's your capital state? Your new capital state should be... Oh, well, that's gonna fall. Here, make this a strategic objective. Thank you. Boost popularity for the beeps. Oh, they're bankrupt. Wow. Please don't back down. I know you're bankrupt, but please don't back down. This is our chance. Normally I'd be really offended if they didn't back down when they have negative 118 reasons for confidence. But I mean, this would be huge for us if they stayed. So the government gotta play itself. Or let's just click the back down button. Someone's going crazy in the apartment next to mine. I hope the mic picks up their set, what they're like doing. They're like, it sounds like they're calling a pig. Is really what it sounds like. All right, we got to the war phase. This is huge for us. Wow. Okay, we'll lose this up here. That's fine. But China should be involved in this, right? How many men did they raise? I do not know, nor do I care. All right, where is your capital state, Persia? Go back. Make this street objective. These two will figure themselves out. All right, this is a good feature. I take it back. I really like that feature where you can say where to push to. It's an improvement on the war system. It's not perfect, but it's an improvement. Punjab only has one capital province, right? Yeah. That, and where's your capital province? This damn dude's level 5 with no force limit. It's been discovered in the Trucial States. Right, all these guys are primary negotiators, and we have all of their capitals. Russia's gone. Wow. Let's fix that. I have a fully blue map. Between us and the United States, it's going to be all blue. Jeez. Okay. We'll just assign someone here to clean this out. So these guys are fine. Okay. Alright, I think in our last 6 years we will just spend our time definitely annex Finland to make things better. There's going to be some little outliers here that are not going to be good for us. There goes Afghanistan. Oh, there goes oh. What? Were you like... oh, wow. They must have gotten puppeted by Macron. Wow. That's crazy. Look how collapsed under us now. We're going to have one giant land empire. Sure. Let's just click this button real quick. Beautiful. In time. Keep our current government, of course. We have their capital city. We're getting close to it. Punjab's falling down. Really? What's going on over here? Oh, these are not our army. I was wondering what was going on. Urban terrain. Oxford fighting in this province. Okay. All good. Anything interesting going? Well, I guess I would know because I'd be involved in whatever the interesting thing is happening. Like the succession we're having over here. Brazil, despite wanting to expand for the last like 10 years, it's not taken Uruguay or Paraguay, despite both of them having less than a tenth of their size. Really unfortunate. Spoon job. Pop-ups. Don't need prestige. What does this mean? As France prevent Germany from unifying until 1930. I think we've done a little bit more than that, personally. We have your war goal. We do have your war goal now. Okay, we've split the front lines. That should get us real close here. 50% occupied. The breakpoints come from this. So you have -2 at 50%. When does it get higher? At 75, do you have like -3, and then 100 you have -4? Curious. I'm really curious. I want to see the breakpoints here. Let's grab you and put you on this thing. I know they're about to surrender, but I really want to see this. Took up. $69.7. Okay, whatever. I'll piece them out. I assume it's like you lose a little bit more at like 75. Please market. Click this. Click off. And purchase part of our. Yes, look at the click market button here. Oh, it's a little bit borked, but we span the entirety of Asia basically, minus some small like little revolts and things. Okay, back to our job of conquering all of these states in Hesse Castle and above. Let's just mobilize 2 armies here. I'm just kind of going to kill time until we hit 1936. And what's happening here? Battleships. Hades doing the thing. I hope Undocon's still independent because I'd let them go because I just did not want to fight their fucking rebels that they keep having. Okay. Nice. Now it's just making our name big. We've accomplished Napoleon's dream. I think it's safe to say. We've done what Napoleon could never do. We've conquered most of the world. We can't get it all because there's these little outliers, but I'd say we have, you know, we have most of it. We're at 3 billion GDP. Our GDP per capita is not the best, but lost these damn revolutions. Just gotta, here. They're so small, but I'm just gonna sign each one. All right, I think I'm gonna continue this. I'm gonna bring you guys back, and we'll close things out once we reach 1936, and we start finishing things up. Wait. What the fuck? This wait. We gotta stop real quick. What is this? Who is this? The Iron Cross. So I'll allow it. It's the Iron Cross. It's not that the Hindu symbol. Allow it. There's some trash. Do we have? Is that the? I don't know. When did the Titanic happen? Titanic should have happened by now, right? Why is there no events for that? Maybe there have been. I just haven't read them. Who knows? All right. Anyway, I'm gonna bring you guys back. I'll keep doing some cleaning up of. I'll try to clean up Europe, the remains of it, and I'll bring you guys back when we're ready to end the series. So see you guys then. Okay, we're back. It's the last year of the game, and I thought I'd kind of do a rundown while we let the timer progress up here. Biggest thing of note is that I kind of got screwed with Finland here. I did an annex play on Finland, and right in the middle of the war to annex them, they had their own revolt. And so we ended up winning our annexation war, of course. But we didn't get the revolt's land. And then once the revolt started a war against us, all we got out of it was war reps. And so now we have this independent nation that I can't conquer back because of how that just worked out, where we defeated Finland while they were still in an active revolt, and then we didn't annex the active revolt. So now we have this giant hole in the middle of our nation, and I am angry about it. But whatever, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. I've been going around cleaning up some of our nations here. All the independent nations in Europe, with the exception of, I think, Montenegro and the Ionian Islands, have annexed. I keep getting drawn into these these darn revolts nonstop. So I have not been able to do any like war decks. I guess I could do one more. I don't care. I don't care enough. I kind of got pissed at Finland, so I don't care enough to do any more war decks at the moment. We'll just kind of write it out and finish it and take stock. So I also have a massive decrease in bureaucracy. I haven't touched anything. My population has been growing so massively, right? We grow 16 million every year, which is absurd. It's kind of insane the way pop growth goes once you have this large of a size. I'm also at war with now Spain. So let me just finish this one war. Go stomp out the Canaries, please. And we'll just let these kind of finish out. Anyway. Yeah, our pop growth is massive, so I've been having ever-increasing bureaucracy costs. And with that, ever-increasing welfare costs. We're up to 12 million on welfare. So if this game went on past 1936, there's a high chance I'd go broke. Because right now we're sitting at medium taxation, so I've had to increase it. And you can just watch our income keep going down and down and down. I'm not doing any construction myself, so like if I were to do any kind of construction, you'd see we'd also have some losses there. So, but oh well, like it's fine. It is what it is. I could probably save a lot of money by cutting down our military costs. You can see, we spend 4.5 million in government wages and another 1.9 in goods for government wages. So we could balance the book if we really needed to. Yeah, it's just hard to keep up with all of that stuff. Especially when you want to do some war stuff. And like, we're gonna hit a point where we just can't find, there's not gonna be enough oil on the map to provide for our population. It's just not gonna be a thing. It's not gonna be a thing. There's a finite amount of oil, finite amount of coal, and the pop will ever grow and their demands will increase in scale. Eventually though, I guess you could revert back to just using, you could maybe in a long run, like I'd be interested to see. I would never do this because the game runs like shit. The faster you get, the more pop you get. But it'd be interesting to see, like, 50 years after the end of Vicky, how big the population is. How like if the worldwide economy would actually survive, or if at some point it would just crash. I think it would just crash. I don't think the system, because you'd have 50 years without innovation, but with non-sustainable pop growth. So apparently I ran out of things to research. Yeah, these aren't going to finish, but whatever, we'll queue them up. Yeah, but anyway, let's look around at the world we've been in. I'm currently squashing Spain. I'm squashing, this must be, I wish they numbered these revolts. I'm really curious on the amount of times Oyo has revolted. I think it could be a really large number. But anyway, let's look around and see what's going on. Brazil still has not taken Paraguay or Uruguay. They've done nothing since we vassalized them. Same can be said for Mexico. They just sit here. I still think this is a little. I don't know about this. I don't know if this is okay. Paradox. Like I'm no expert in Mexican politics. But I would love to know if traditionally this was the garb of who is this? The Mexican president. if that was what he wore traditionally. I guess he's a general, so maybe that's because he's a general. I'll give him yeah. Anyway, and in the United States we have Chairman Oscar Bradley. They of course are running their Council Republic, oligarchy, racial segregation, state religion. It's 1984 over in the United States, with child labor allowed, women working in the workplace. No slavery though. They got rid of slavery, so they've advanced. They've thankfully made it past that point of history, so good for them. Canada, they're doing well. That's us in Alaska. Never mind. Let's look at like other nations. What's a cool name? Let's see Australia here. We got king. Oh wow, they went all the way back. They went to a monarchy. They started. Okay, they've regressed to a monarchy. That's interesting. I bet you the shogun is still in power in Japan. He is. Shogun Keisuke Tokugawa. Siam still is a monarchy. Let's see. In China, we have Emperor Songgotu Aisen Gyoro. It's funny how you could be an emperor whenever, oh god, another war. It's funny how you could be an emperor whenever, really? Oh, we're gonna lose Hyderabad because I can't reach them apparently. Anyway, that doesn't matter. The game will probably end if it becomes a thing that we care about. Anyway, that's what's going on in Qing. We have some independent nations in the north. These are dictatorships, monarchies. This is controlled by America, by the way. They took Manchuria. Korea is owned by us. We have King Gwim Yi. We have the Tsar Pyotr Konstantinovich in Russia. Their GDP is actually recovering. The graph shows a lot of decrease, but that's because we were doing our conquests. I pointed to the screen there, towards the graph, like people can see it. Anyway, the bane of my existence, Finland. Well, Finland and Oyo are the bane of my existences. They're recovering. They seem to be doing well now that they're independent. They no longer have to pay their fees to us. But I kind of want to... If I had the money, I would just embargo them. And that's something going on over there. Let's check out our ledger. Our total prestige has reached 43,000. It's quite a bit. In second place, we have the United States. They are running with 88,000. I bet you the lion's share of this comes from their military. 4,000 from Navy, 850 from Army. So mostly not. Well, there's modifiers from it. There's Statue of Liberty, and then you have, what is that? That's 10, 20, 30, 35% modifier from the text they've researched. So mostly comes from the Navy. Navy is the big way, and then they have GDP. So if we just like killed their coast, we took all their coastline, they'd be nothing. Food for thought there. If I want to like annex the United States in the future, you got to focus on the coast. Anywho, then we have Brazil, Mexico, Canada, Dutch East Indies. How far do we have to go down this list to reach someone who is not? New Granada. And 14th is the next nation that's not part of our market in the ranking here. Yeah, and that's only market-wise. If we look at GDP, other than the United States, right, we can go down, and we don't reach someone who's not in our market until... Is this Baroda? Market? That's our market. Oh, God. How far down do we have to go? Not even the first page. Let me just double-check and make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah? What's your relation? Tigray is the first market that is... Okay, because they consolidated all of this. That makes sense. So Ethiopia actually has grown a lot. Good to them. They're trying to unify Ethiopia. What are they rucking with in Ethiopia right now? Not a lot. They're making do with a lot of nothing, but it makes a lot of money, because I guess they're probably selling to our market, since I've embargoed the United States. So they're probably doing a lot of trading with us, which is fine. I don't care about that. That's in terms of that. Let's look at what other stats. Population-wise, we have double the population of China, and that's only going to grow. They grow by 3 million every year. We grow by 16, because it's percentage-based. We grow by 2%, and that's exponential. So that's what we can expect in that market. And then everything else is like that. We'll take a look at population towards the end. That'll be on the last screen, so we can look at both of those. But you can just see I've been chain warring all these friggin' revolts and things, and I can't really stop it, so yeah, that's been a thing. Alright, but we have one more month to close out here. We are rocking 70,000 excess convoys. We actually use 80,000 from our port connections. What are we... I wish I could see where those port connections are from. Right, because we have a contiguous land border all the way. It must, well, it's got to be like Australia, some of these islands, and then this region, because we have land borders with everybody else from our capital. So that's interesting. Yeah, I like how China, I guess because, why is this not considered part of one of these states? Right, like, what is this region? Kyrgyzia. Why is this not like part of... This also is probably the poorest region in the damn world. Can we see who's the poorest country? Oh, actually, let's wait. We're getting towards the end of December. All right, we're going to try to stop at the 31st, because we should complete the hegemon objective. Game date is greater than the 30th of December. All right, let's see. Let's go down to speed 3 here to finish it out. All right. We've completed the hegemon objective. That's not going to happen because it's the end of the game. Whatever. What's this event? It doesn't matter. All right. I think I've showed off pretty much everything. I'm just gonna. Is there a way to turn off the UI here? Controls. Darn, I would love that. Anyway, let's look at the market map mode. If we look at our market here, you can see we've taken up a lot. It's massive, the French market. That's quite nice. Any other game modes that I want to look at? We can look at loyalists here. We've got a lot of them. That's a useless market. I don't know why the fuck I clicked on that. What's the biggest center of migration for us? Looks like it's in the middle of Africa and then the United States, so... No one really wants to migrate to the French lands, so... Not surprising too much there. Standard of living. We have a good consolidation over here. Rocking about 20. Nice. Infamy. Yeah. That's about what. So that's the land we directly control. That's that map mode. That tells you what that is. So remember, we start with just France. We directly control almost all of Europe, with the exception of these little states right here. We control this little part of China, and then a little big chunk of Africa. So pretty cool. All right, I think let's just get to the end screen here. You can do it. Make it strong. All right. Let's see. Our GDP, you can see it grew. There's some graphs. Take a look at it. You know, we are the second republic. Huh. The second friend. Okay, that's the thing. 14,000. That's what. Why is this at like one of the top of our stats? Like state, religion, culture, arable land. I don't get that. I don't get that. Population-wise, we were mostly laborers. We had machinists and peasants next. So most of the peasants, I would love to see where those peasants were situated. Like those probably weren't in our main province, right? That's why we had strong rural folk. Laborers had a good representation of government. Good. Capitalists were pretty much lower. Where did the capitalists fare in terms of pop here? Were we controlled by the minority here? Yeah, it was 1% of the population held 22% of the power. Oh well. Only 20% of our pop was, that was political straits. So 20% of our pop, 18% of our pop was French. So we were not a lot of French. We conquered a lot of other people. Look at this. Look at how it gets down here. What's like the smallest one? If I click on this. Okay, cool. Nice colors. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to go through all that. Anyways, with that, I think I'm going to call this one here. This has been a really fun series. It's tedious to do war in this game. There's a lot of issues with it, but I still think there's opportunities to improve it, and I think it's a really cool concept with the way tech's so important in this, almost more so than other Paradox titles. Like, and I don't think tech matters at all in CK3. Maybe a little bit if you're like unreformed in like Crusader Kings 2, kind of like like tribals versus feudal. That in that way it matters, but not really. You can still get around that shit without like any problems. So, but I think war can still stand to be improved in this. I know it's not the priority of this game, but I think it should not be the worst part of it. Like you want it to be a feature, not a drawback of your game. But you know, I still like that playstyle. But probably gonna be a long time before I do a kind of campaign like this again, where we do a lot of conquest. Or maybe I'll do some like challenge runs, like similar to the Australia run we did at a future date. But I'm gonna take a break from Vicky 3. Maybe try some different games. What's wrong with this dude's face? Is he scarred? There's some weird stuff going on with his face. Anyways, with that, I'm in the series here. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Sean, the Blue Screeners, and I'll catch you next series. Later.